Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Petersen. I want to welcome you to the Petersen's Presepio and invite you to join me in a journey to Bethlehem. A presepio is an Italian-style nativity scene that carries on a tradition started by St. Francis of Assisi in the 13th century. We have St. Francis in our collection. His usual place is near the manger. Presepios can be built in all sizes and formats, but the central element is always the manger in Bethlehem. Our presepio started with a gift from my mother, the Holy Family, and a little stable that fit onto one shelf of our china closet. Over the next 20 to 25 years, the collection grew. Now the presepio takes up an entire room. We like to put in as much of the Holy Land as we can, and we imitate the Renaissance painters by showing the entire Christmas narrative as though it all was happening at the same time. This year, we started with Jerusalem, followed the route of the Magi past the Roman checkpoint for tax collection and census taking into Bethlehem and out again through a hinterland devoted to pasturing sheep, with a stop in Nazareth, and then along the Jordan River to the encampment of the Magi as they return to their homeland by a different way, as suggested by an angel. Along the way, you may have noticed the mountainous route by which the Holy Family is traveling to Egypt to escape the wrath of King Herod. We'll come back to the mountain a little later. Let's begin the story with the Annunciation. We see Mary in her garden in conversation with an angel telling her the news of the child she will bear. Nearby, Joseph, working in his carpentry shop, listens with misgivings. At the back of the homestead, the family donkey waits to carry the pregnant Mary to Bethlehem. Let's go back to Jerusalem. The temple stands at the high point. We see a priest welcoming worshipers arriving with gifts and sacrifices. At one side stands the temple school, where the rabbi and his student are distracted by arguing scholars. Nearby, a parchment maker is turning out scrolls to order. Beyond the temple is the entrance to King Herod's palace, where the king is in conversation with his soldiers. He has just sent the Magi off to find the newborn king and report back to him. The city is busy with high-end commerce. We have rug merchants, a perfume maker, a glass shop, a jewelry seller, a spice shop, and an instrument maker. Below the city, caravans are bringing in more goods. Our brother-in-law said that this would make a nice model train layout, but we told him that a camel train was the best we could do. Outside of town lies an olive orchard, a poultry farm, and the road to Bethlehem. We see the Magi approaching the town gate. They are mounted on animals representing the 3 continents which were known to the classical world: a horse for Europe, an elephant for Africa, and a camel for Asia. They are preceded by a retinue including a herald with a trumpet and a handler with a pair of hunting cheetahs for renewing their provisions along the way. The gate is staffed with Roman census takers and a tax collector, as ordered by the emperor. They are a little puzzled by this unexpected group of VIPs. Bethlehem is a much more ordinary place than Jerusalem. We have a basket maker, wine cellars, a potter, a blacksmith, a bread bakery, and a food shop. Ordinary people congregate at the town well and enjoy their homes with their children and grandchildren. Most of the animals in our presepio are, or were once, native to the Holy Land. In ancient times, you could have encountered a leopard, ibexes, wild asses, otters, gazelles, and even ostriches. In the spirit of Isaiah, a lion is resting with the lambs. Take a look at the little animal shelter in the foreground. My sister wanted a llama, which is native to South America. When I told her it wouldn't fit the grand design, she sent a llama to our daughter-in-law and told her to sneak it in. When I found it, it looked lonely, so I bought another one, and here they are. Let's move to the other side of town and return to Mary and Joseph on their journey. They are traveling through a countryside occupied by shepherds. They will pass an impromptu entertainment area where people are dancing and making music. Remember that Bethlehem is the city of David, the King David who danced joyfully before the Lord and who wrote the Psalms with all their references to music. I like to think that the local people are offering a taste of their culture to all the guests arriving in Bethlehem. Of course, when Mary and Joseph arrive at the inn, the place is full. The innkeeper offers the visitors from Nazareth the use of his decrepit old stable. He is unaware that the sky is filling with angels. Our angel tree is modeled on the angel tree at the New York Metropolitan Museum. Theirs is 40 feet tall. We don't have that kind of space, so ours is a little smaller. However, it is full of family tradition. Scattered around the branches are 8 little cherubs holding banners, books, and scrolls inscribed with the names of our grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The cascade of angels descending from heaven has settled onto the ground around the stable. They are joined by the Magi and by villagers who have gathered to greet the newborn baby Jesus. Beside the manger, representing the animals of Bethlehem, is a little white cat given to us by a friend who enjoyed miniatures and slipped this one in. Mary and Joseph aren't done with their travels. They must escape into the mountains before Herod's soldiers find them. Fortunately, they have an armed angel to guard their back. The towers of Egypt loom on the horizon, and the wilderness valley below them is the home of wild animals and foraging hunters. The Magi have completed their visit, given their gifts, and started for home. They will not return to King Herod, but travel by a different route. We leave them at their camp beside the Jordan River in the company of their servants and a party of fishermen. Our journey to Bethlehem ends with a view of the patriarch Abraham meditating on the events he has seen. So should we all. Merry Christmas, and thanks for being here.